South Korea has so many budget airlines, and this competition is part of the reason why tickets cost less. But which one should you actually choose? Here's my verdict after taking most of them. If you want the airline that usually has the cheapest flights with a reasonable, no-frills experience, choose Aerokay. If you want the newest aircraft with the best amenities, choose Jeju Air. If you want to sleep well, choose Jin Air. And one airline at the end you should absolutely stay away from if you value a legroom. Now, I'll explain much more for each, and note that all these are full economy layout with tickets including 10 to 20 kg of check-in from the base option. It's only the random fire sales that don't include it, unlike your typical European ultra low-cost carrier experience. Aerokay, which is Korea spelled backwards, is one of the newest budget airlines, having been operating for 5 years with a fleet of 9 A320s. I said no frills because legroom is just about enough on our seat, and 8 of these planes only have a half table. But the 9th plane does come in a unique livery and has a full-size table for a change. No complaints from me though, because they had the cheapest tickets on offer. My first flight was to Ulaanbaatar with a fare that was incomparably cheaper than Jeju and T-Way on the same route. Just note that this airline mostly departs from its hub at Cheongju and sometimes Incheon, so airport location is an issue to consider. Jeju Air is the oldest and largest budget airline operating across the country, with a full fleet of 45 737s. On my flight from Busan to Singapore, I was fortunate enough to get on the new Max 8. Legroom at window seat was the best. A full-size table, charging port included, and even an additional phone holder that you can put right in front of you when charging or watching stuff in the absence of in-flight entertainment. Overall, refreshingly new amenities that you can look forward to even more as Jeju Air plans to fully replace their 800s with the new Max 8s on order. Jin Air is Korean Air's budget airline branch, operating with 737s and a few 777s, but expected to surpass Jeju Air's size after absorbing all the Airbus aircraft from Asiana's low-cost subsidiaries. So they have a very similar fleet with Jeju Air, and while they may not have as much leg room, what they do have that the others don't is these adjustable headrests, even on the older planes. An immense game changer for trying to sleep, especially on the red-eye flight I took between Seoul and Clark, alternative airport to Manila, which is also served from Busan. Jin Air is based at Incheon Airport Terminal 2, which has some of the worst departure queues, but I managed to breeze through arrivals. Now that I've rated South Korea's traditional and budget airlines, here's the one that you should be careful of. If you're over even 175 centimeters like me, choose Air Busan with caution, because even on our seats, your knee will likely be pressed up against the seat in front. I do think these aircraft are gonna get used by Jin Air soon enough. So you either get this super cramped A320 or a full-on 777 on a flight to somewhere like Taipei.